Hello everyone. These are some of the most famous brand names. Whether you're into fashion, cars, or tech, you have probably come across these brands. And these are some of the pronunciations, both in American and British English. First up, we have Nike. In both American and British English, it's pronounced as Nike. Remember, the stress is on the first syllable. Simple and iconic, just like the brand. Next, let's talk about Adidas. Americans say Adidas with a stress in the second syllable, while in the UK it's pronounced Adidas with a stress in the first syllable. Next, car lovers, this one's for you. The luxury car brand Porsche is pronounced Porsche on both sides of the Atlantic with a stress on the first syllable. Next, we have Hermes. This French brand is pronounced Hermes with a stress on the second syllable, whether you're in the US or the UK. Chic and classy. Another famous brand in fashion is Louis Vuitton. It's pronounced Louis Vuitton with a stress in both the first and second syllables in both American and British English. Next, Chanel. It is pronounced Chanel with the stress in the second syllable. Again, Chanel. Now for a brand we all know and love, IKEA. In the US, it is pronounced IKEA with a stress in the second syllable. In the UK, it's IKEA with a stress also on the second syllable. Next is Hyundai. In American English, it is Hyundai, while in British English, it is Hyundai with a stress on the first syllable in both. Next is Huawei. When it comes to Huawei, both accents pronounce it as Huawei with a stress in the first syllable. And next brand is Lamborghini. In both American and British English, with a stress on the third syllable. Again, Lamborghini. Now let's talk about Samsung. It is Samsung in both accents with a stress in the first syllable. Next is L'Oreal, stressing the third syllable in both American and British English. Again, L'Oreal. Next is Peugeot. In American English, it is Peugeot, and in British English, Peugeot, with a stress on the first syllable. Next brand, Audi. For Audi, Americans says. Next brand is L'Oreal, stressing the third syllable in both American and British English. Next is puzzle. And in British English, puzzle. Again, in American English, it is puzzle. And in British English, puzzle, with a stress on the first syllable. Here is an brand, famous car brand. It is Audi. Americans say Audi, while British say Audi, both stressing the first syllable. Here is the next car brand. It is Volkswagen in both accents with a stress on the first syllable. The next brand is Xiaomi in both accents with stress on the first syllable. Next is Toyota in both American and British English with a stress on the second syllable. Next, Mazda. Mazda is pronounced Mazda in both accents with a stress on the first syllable. The next brand is Givenchy in both American and British English, stressing the third syllable. And finally, Yves Saint Laurent in both accents. Again, it is Yves Saint Laurent in both accents with a stress on the first and third syllables. That's it for today. I hope you find this helpful.